On December 18, 1867, a passenger train traveling from Buffalo to New York City derailed near the village of Angola in western New York State. Two carriages plunged off a bridge into Big Sister Creek below, where they caught fire. Passengers trapped inside were burned alive, while horrified survivors watched helplessly from the embankment above. 49 people died, many burned beyond recognition. It was one of the worst rail disasters in American history and the deadliest in New York State. Newspapers called it the Angola Horror, a name that captured the shock and revulsion of a nation. The disaster exposed the catastrophic dangers of 19th-century rail travel: wooden carriages, coal stoves for heating, inadequate brakes, poor track maintenance, and no safety regulations whatsoever. It was 1867 America. The Civil War had just ended, the Industrial Revolution was accelerating, railways were expanding rapidly, and passenger safety was essentially an afterthought. On that December afternoon, the Erie and Lakeshore Railway train was crowded with Christmas travelers, men, women, and children heading home for the holidays, wrapped in winter coats, bags filled with Christmas gifts. 2 miles from Angola Station, the last car developed a wobble as it passed over a section of poorly maintained track. A wheel bearing had cracked. The car jumped the rails, swinging outward, dragging the second-to-last car with it. Both plunged off the bridge over Big Sister Creek, a drop of about 40 feet. The impact was catastrophic. The coal stoves inside the carriages, used to heat the cars against the December cold, shattered on impact and ignited the wooden carriages instantly. Passengers were trapped inside burning wreckage. Some were pinned by debris, others were unconscious from the impact. Survivors scrambled out of broken windows and doors. Locals rushed to help, but the fire was too fierce, too fast. Those who couldn't escape burned to death while others watched, screaming helplessly. 49 people died. 40 more were injured. This is the story of the Angola Horror, the Christmas train disaster that killed 49 people and shocked a nation into confronting the deadly dangers of railway travel. Part 1. Railways in 1867 America. Speed without safety. The Railway Revolution. By 1867, America was in the grip of railway fever. The Transcontinental Railroad was under construction. Tracks spread across the country. Trains were transforming American life, connecting cities, enabling commerce, moving people faster than ever before. But speed came without safety. The state of railway safety. 1867 railways were extraordinarily dangerous. 1. Wooden carriages. All passenger cars built entirely of wood. No metal reinforcement. Highly flammable. Collapsed on impact, caught fire instantly. 2. Coal stoves. Each carriage heated by a coal or wood-burning stove, attached to the floor of the carriage. Open flames inside wooden carriages. On impact, the stoves broke loose, scattered burning coals, ignited everything around them. 3. Poor braking. Brakes operated manually by brakemen who walked along the roof applying wheel brakes. Slow, inefficient, no automatic systems. 4. Inadequate maintenance. Tracks not regularly inspected, equipment not properly maintained, axles, wheels, bearings fatigued, failures common. 5. No safety regulations. Federal government had essentially no railway safety oversight. Companies self-regulated. Profits prioritized over safety. Accidents accepted as cost of progress. The result? Railway accidents were frequent, fatalities common, but public appetite for rail travel continued. People accepted the risk. Angola, New York, December 1867. Angola was a small village in Erie County, western New York. The Lakeshore Railway, connecting Buffalo to the east, ran through the area, crossing Big Sister Creek on a wooden bridge. Part 2. December 18, 1867, the Christmas train. The train, New York Express, departing Buffalo heading east toward New York City. Multiple carriages, powered by steam locomotive, crowded with Christmas travelers. The passengers, Christmas travel, families heading home for the holidays, businessmen returning to New York, students going home from school, couples traveling together, children excited for Christmas, many carrying gifts. Among the passengers, notable travelers, businessman Josiah Southwick and his wife, newlyweds beginning married life, a professor returning from a conference, merchants who'd completed business in Buffalo, ordinary Americans traveling for ordinary reasons. December 18th, cold winter day, snow on the ground. Inside the carriages, coal stoves burned warmly. Passengers settled in their seats, chatting, reading, watching the winter landscape, perhaps sleeping, unaware of danger. 2 miles east of Angola Station, the last carriage, the final carriage in the train, began wobbling. A wheel bearing had cracked under stress, metal fatigued. The wheel began oscillating dangerously. Passengers in the rear cars noticed unusual movement, more rocking than normal, some alarmed. Part 3. The derailment and fall. The wobble becomes a disaster. Approaching the Big Sister Creek Bridge, the cracked bearing worsened. The rear car jumped the rails, swinging outward violently. The coupling connecting it to the next car pulled that car off the rails too. On the bridge, both carriages were now off the rails on the bridge, sliding, swinging, metal screaming, glass shattering, passengers thrown about violently, screaming, chaos. The fall. Both carriages went over the edge of the bridge, plummeting approximately 40 feet down into Big Sister Creek below. The first carriage landed on the creek bank. The second landed on top of it or alongside. Crashing impact, wood splintering, bodies thrown. The impact. For those inside, violent, crushing impact, thrown from seats, struck by flying debris, some knocked unconscious immediately, some killed by impact, some dazed but alive, all trapped in wreckage. From the rest of the train, passengers in other carriages felt the jolt, looked back, saw the rear carriages were gone, screamed, panicked. The train ground to a halt. Part 4. The fire. Burned alive. Instant ignition. The coal stoves shattered on impact. Cast iron broke apart. Burning coals scattered across the wooden floors, landed on seat cushions, wooden walls, luggage, ignited immediately. Within seconds, fire started in multiple locations simultaneously. Wooden carriages caught instantly, flames spreading rapidly, the wreckage becoming an inferno. Trapped inside. The passengers trapped in the wreckage faced fire spreading toward them, debris pinning them, unconsciousness from impact injuries, no way out in many cases. Those who could move smashed windows with fists, luggage, anything, climbed out of broken openings, crawled through gaps in wrecked wood. Many escaped with severe burns and injuries. Those who couldn't, trapped under fallen debris, pinned by collapsed seating or walls, unconscious from head injuries. As fire reached them, they burned. The witnesses. Survivors on the embankment heard and saw, screaming from inside the burning wreckage, people begging for help, those trapped visible through broken windows, flames consuming the carriages, helpless to save them. The screaming gradually stopped, then silence except for the crackling of the flames. Local responders. People from Angola rushed to help. Farmers, tradespeople, women, children, everyone who could came, brought buckets, tools, anything to help. Some entered the burning wreckage heroically, pulled out survivors, but the fire was too fierce. burned too hot, spread too fast, carriages fully engulfed within minutes, many victims unreachable. Part 5. The Dead and the Horror. The death toll. 49 people died in the Angola Horror, many burned beyond recognition, some killed by impact, some died later from injuries or burns, over 40 others injured. The identification, the grim process, many bodies burned beyond recognition, identified through jewelry, personal effects, teeth, some never identified. Families waited anxiously for news, telegraph messages sent across the state. Christmas turned to mourning. Who they were. The victims included Josiah Southwick and his wife, a prominent Buffalo businessman, multiple newlyweds and young couples, children traveling with families, business travelers. The youngest victims were children, the oldest were elderly passengers. The survivors, many with severe burns, broken bones, internal injuries, psychological trauma. Some never recovered, others haunted for life. The national shock. The Angola Horror dominated news, front-page stories across America, detailed graphic accounts, public horrified by burned-alive accounts, questions demanded about railway safety. Who was responsible? How could this happen? Part 6. The Investigation and Aftermath. The investigation. Railway company and authorities investigated. The causes identified. 1. The cracked bearing. Wheel bearing on rear car had cracked due to metal fatigue. Inadequate maintenance and inspection. Should have been detected before the journey. 2. Bridge design. The bridge had no guardrails to prevent derailed cars falling. Basic safety feature absent. 3. The coal stoves. Recognized immediately as primary killer. The fire, not the fall, killed most victims. Stoves turned a survivable crash into a death trap. 4. Wooden construction. Carriages offered no protection on impact, no structural integrity. 5. No safety systems. No automatic brakes, no way to signal danger, no emergency procedures. The accountability. The railway company faced intense public criticism, paid some compensation to victims' families, but no criminal charges. No meaningful legal accountability. This was 1867 America. Corporations largely unaccountable for industrial accidents. Conclusion. On December 18, 1867, a passenger train heading east from Buffalo derailed near Angola, New York. 2 carriages plunged 40 feet off a bridge into Big Sister Creek. The coal stoves inside shattered on impact. The wooden carriages ignited instantly. Those who couldn't escape burned alive, while survivors and rescuers watched helplessly. 49 people died, many burned beyond recognition. 40 more were injured. It was a Christmas journey that became a nightmare. They died because a cracked wheel bearing went uninspected. Coal stoves turned a survivable crash into an inferno. Wooden carriages offered no protection. Safety regulations didn't exist. Railway companies prioritized profit over lives. The Angola Horror shocked a nation and raised demands for railway safety, but real change came slowly, reluctantly, long after more disasters claimed more lives. Rest in peace to the 49 victims of the Angola Horror. You were Christmas travelers heading home to families. You were newlyweds, businessmen, children excited for the holidays. You burned to death in wooden carriages on a winter afternoon. You deserved better. You deserved maintained equipment. You deserved safe carriages. You deserved to reach home for Christmas. December 18, 1867, the Angola Horror. 49 burned alive on a Christmas journey. A nation shocked. Reforms delayed. Lives lost unnecessarily. Never forgotten. As always, thank you to all my Patreon patrons. You make this channel possible. The Fear Files posts videos covering true stories from history. The channel is made possible by supporters on Patreon and YouTube channel members. Huge thanks to everyone who supports this channel. If you found this documentary moving, please like and subscribe to the channel. Your support makes this content possible. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video.